Hi, good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for joining on time. And I'm so glad that we are meeting today with a special speaker. And Tanya has been a good friend and part of our community for quite some time now. And me and Tanya have been talking about doing some session together. And so glad it's happening today. Thank you, Tanya, for taking out time. To tell a little bit about Tanya, Tanya is a trauma-informed life coach and she is also a childhood trauma healer. She is also a soft skill and communication coach. She coaches anxious women, mid senior level professionals, feel safe plus real sex, if I got it right, about life career communication via Make Life Uncomplicated formula. So that's a special formula that Tanya has without feeling lost. Apart from one-to-one consultation, she also conducts school, colleges, and corporate trainings not only on the topics of life coaching and healing, but also on soft skills and enhancement. So, like I said, we've had a couple of conversations before, and I'm very, very keen, very excited, and very happy to welcome Tanya today and talk to all of us on these most pertinent topics. I think something that we face every day. So, over to you, Tanya, without losing much time, and I look forward to a wonderful session with you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Emma, and welcome everyone to today's session. Now, the topic of today's session is feel, flow, focus. Okay, I have a very special affinity for this topic, especially the word feel. Why I say it is because even in my personal life and the consultations that I take, I always come across situations where people are disconnected with their own emotions, with their own body. They are not even aware what's happening inside the body. There's so much inside their head all the time that there is a difficulty that comes in associating with the body. And that is why that helps them, that enables them to lose track of time. Now, why I use the word enable, because they just feel that ठीक है time manage नहीं हो पा रहा है तो नहीं हो पा रहा है. For managing time, we have to understand that there is a strong linkage between our emotions and the time. We always feel that in order to manage time, there has to be certain techniques that we can use. Pomodoro technique, 2-minute time rule, and so many others. I'll be stating them in the PowerPoint presentation. But let's understand it does not work for everybody always because the situations and the context are different. So I would like to know from you, have you faced the situation of not being able to manage time properly despite having gone through a lot of self-help books which tell you that these are the techniques that you have to use to manage time? Either blocking your time, which is called time blocking technique, or using the Pareto principle, or there is, different activities, techniques which are available for time management. If yes, you could just share your inputs.
Hi, Rana. Good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, I do face the trouble of time management, but I basically try to put it on to the fact that maybe there is too much on my plate.
Hmm.
But even though I try to accept over with the fact that these are the deliverables that I have to move ahead with, and that includes my personal as well as my
Hmm.
professional uh, responsibilities. But yeah, the struggle is still there. No, I have been working on my management skills. I was able to achieve good success in the last 2 years. But yeah, still a long way to go.
Okay. Thank you, Jasmeet. So let's start with the PowerPoint presentation. Not much of the theory there, but we will still, uh, talk something about, what happens in the real life. So are you able to see the screen, everyone? Okay. The topic for today, feel, flow, focus. Focus करने से पहले, we will focus on feeling and flowing. Okay. Now, why I say this is, let's understand. Let's move on to the next slide. There is a strong interrelation between the energy of ours, between the time and the emotions. So I never really consider time management as time management. After a lot of analysis, I came to this conclusion that time management is actually energy management and it is emotional management. Just then, I am able to manage my energy, my internal energy really well, and I'm able to manage my emotions well. That day, it actually feels to me that my time has been managed well. So I would say you can stop working on the concept of really managing your time. It's time to shift your perspective and move into the space of managing your internal energy and your emotions. Do you agree with this to a certain extent, if not fully right now? Are you able to see the correlation? Time management is emotional management and energy management. Okay, let's move further and you will be able to understand how time management is related to emotional management. Okay, so that's the picture. It says everybody's struggling with time, but what's actually happening is they're struggling to manage their emotions. Okay, I would ask you to reflect on your life wherever you feel that you're struggling to manage time. It's actually we're struggling to manage our emotions. Now, the first thing you need to understand is any kind of emotional overwhelm leads to time loss. Any kind of emotional overwhelm will lead to time loss. How do we say it? Whenever you are emotionally overwhelmed, whether there is anxiety, whether there is frustration, whether there is stress, you are actually not fully present inside your body. The connection that you have with your body gets loosened. The connection breaks. And that is where it seems to you that time is slipping away from your hand. Have you experienced this? If yes, just give a thumbs up. That's it. Now let's understand whenever you are in the state of emotional overload, it scatters your energy. I have personally seen it in my life that let's suppose I have a lot to do at taking my consultation. I manage my social media on my own, 2 to 3 different platforms every single day. I create content on my own, and then I have to look at some personal responsibilities. There are times I can completely feel that my energy is scattered all over, despite going into my meditation routine. The energy is scattered all over. Then I understand that yes, I have difficulty in focusing because जब energy ही scattered है तो आप एक जगह उसे concretely focus नहीं कर पा रहे. You're not able to create a focus, and that is why the time just seems to slip by. It feels like I'm having a fight with the time. I don't feel like becoming a friend with the time, but it feels that time is my enemy. So what is the solution? You got to recognize and process your emotions in real time instead of watching it pass by. If you just feel not able to manage time, too much on plate, recognize what are the emotions that you're feeling, process them instead of watching them pass by. No need to ignore your emotions, recognize and process them. And we will do it in today's activity. The second thing, so the first is whenever you are emotional overwhelmed, it leads to time loss. And the second concept is unacknowledged emotions will drain your energy. Let's understand this. We are emotional beings. And if you do not acknowledge any emotion, it is going to drain your energy. Specifically, here I'm talking about not so pleasant emotions. I will avoid using the term negative emotions because then our subconscious mind forms this conception that yes, it is a good emotion. Oh, this is a bad emotion. It's a negative emotion. let's just call it not so pleasant emotions. So once you start to go inside your body, speak to yourself and understand what's really going on inside. What is that emotion which you are not acknowledging? If you don't do that, you're going to drain your energy. And when the energy gets drained, you know the focus is not there, and then the time is not being able to manage properly. So, unacknowledged emotions, your energy is all over the place, and time seems to slip by. So, you could read something which is present here. How many of you have gone through that situation where you feel that you are restless? There is some negative energy stored in your body, not so pleasant energy, and this hidden energy is actually making your body weight feel very, a lot of body weight you can feel inside. So there is exhaustion, there is some sort of pain that you will experience in your body, and there could be sluggishness. And because of all the exhaustion, the sluggishness, the pain that you feel in the body, that translates into procrastination. That translates into the inability to focus. And hence, the time is not managed well. And all of this is the hidden trauma. The trauma gets trapped in your body. You have to understand that when we think, all the thoughts are here, but the feelings are there inside the body. So all the unprocessed trauma is inside the body, and that is why when the body feels heavy, when there is hidden energy in the body, there's a lot of exhaustion, there's a lot of sluggishness. So we have a lot of ifs and buts. Should I do this? Should I do that? Will I be able to manage it? Chalo kal karte hain se, ye bada difficult task hai. I will not be able to do it. This is such an unpleasant task. All of these things are coming because body is actually resisting to the reality. So what you have to do is, what is the solution for this? You have to address your emotions through mindfulness or somatic practices. That's very important, somatic practices. What is somatic? Somatic is made up of the word soma. Soma means your body, your subconscious mind. In Hindi, soma is basically som, which is moon. Som means moon. Okay, and Somvar is Monday. So if I link it to Hindu mythology here, not trying to bring in religion, but let's just link it to spirituality. So Soma is Som. Som means Somvar, which is Monday, which is the day of Shivji. So we pray to Shivji. And if I talk about astrology, in astrology it is said that your mind and your emotions is related to the placement of moon in your astrological chart. So अगर आपके इमोशंस प्रॉपरली सिंक में नहीं है तो कहीं ना कहीं मून इज अफेक्टिंग योर एनर्जी. Your energy, your emotions are driven by moon, and moon is Som. In Hindi we call it Som. So what is Som? Your subconscious mind and your body. So that is why when you learn to connect with your body and become a friend with your body, you're able to free up a lot of space, unnecessary space in your body, and create the space for what you actually want to bring in inside your body. So learn to become a friend with your body instead of just staying inside the head. In any part of the body, if you feel discomfort, try holding that part of the body and speak to it like a friend. Gently, you can create some touch on that body part. Okay, it could be any body part. You have to learn to become friends with your body. Okay, there are a lot of time management techniques that we focus upon. Okay, this is here. Time blocking, Pareto principle, 2-minute rule, Pomodoro technique, Eisenhower matrix. So let's understand in time blocking, what really happens is I will block some time that from 10 to 10:30, I would work on my laptop. From 10:30 to 11, I would go into the kitchen because my house help has not come. So I would quickly wash the utensils. From 11 to 11:10, I would just go out on the terrace and just have a sun bath. And then from 11:15 to 12, I'm going to create some content for social media and all of that. So I'm blocking time and I'm sticking to it in time blocking. Okay. Then it comes, the second is Pareto principle. So that's the 80-20 rule. So it says 20% of your task will occupy 80% of your energy. So find out those 20% tasks in your entire day, which are really important, and they are going to make up for 80% of your success. Okay. So let's not go deep into it because these are the principles you can read from the internet and different sources which are available. They do work, but sometimes they are not very sustainable because of the same reason. When we are not connected to our emotions, we are not connected to our body, we are not able to regulate emotions, then even these techniques are not going to work. Consistently, they are not going to work. Okay. 2-minute rule says that if something takes just 2 minutes to do it right now. Just do it right now. Okay. Pomodoro technique, it says that you put a 25-minute timer, do that work that you want to do. When the timer again starts ringing, then you just take a 5-minute break and don't think about the work, do something else. Maybe you can go for a walk. After 5 minutes, you come back, again work for 25 more minutes. Then when the alarm rings, take a break of 5 minutes and do this for 4 to 5 cycles. And the Heisenhower matrix says that you have to understand that everything that you want to do is actually between 4 different categories. If it's important and urgent, you have to do it yourself. You have to do it now, or because it's urgent, so you have to do it now. If it's important, but it's not urgent, so you will decide what you're going to do about it later. If it's not important, but it's urgent to do, then obviously you can delegate it. Like washing utensils and cleaning your house, it's actually, you can skip it for 2 days, right? But not washing utensils, but maybe, taking care of your house and, cleaning and all. So it is urgent actually to do. It is important also, I would say. So let's suppose if I am a kind of person, I'm like, chalo, aaj nahi bhi karte hai. I'll not mop the floor today. So it's not important. But because the guests are coming, so my house needs to be clean. So it's urgent for me to do. So I'll delegate it to somebody else. That's why I'm keeping a house help for it. And the 4th category is not important, not urgent. So obviously, if something is not important, something is not urgent, like I don't feel like working on a Monday morning, but I know that I have to work, I have certain meetings scheduled and different things. So if I want to listen to music and I want to do my art therapy, so these are the things I want to do. But are they important for right now? Are they urgent? No. This is just the desire which is coming out of me. So I'm going to delete the task. So every time you place the task under these 4 categories, you should be able to decide what you're going to do with them. Are you going to do them right now? Are you going to decide what you're going to do with them later on? Are you going to delegate them? Or are you going to delete them from your dictionary? So these are the general principles of managing time. But now we are going to focus on how do we manage time by managing our energy and emotions. So I'm going to share with you 2 case studies very quickly of, some of the clients that I worked with. So one of the person came to me, almost 35 years of age, and she was a homemaker for the longest part of her life. Now that her son was almost 9 years old, she decided that she got to be a trainer and a coach. And she cleared her CA exam just when she got married. She got married at an early age of 23. And after she got married, she gave 2 different attempts. She was not able to clear CA at that time. But in the 3rd attempt, she finally cleared it. But she was never a practicing CA. So family responsibilities came up and she was a homemaker by that time. Now, when the child was 9 years old, she felt that, I didn't work on my professional identity and I would really like to work on it. So for the last 2 years, she was working on enrolling in different courses and upskilling herself. Now, when the time came for actual implementation, working on social media, going to networking events, meeting people, taking consultation, she was finding it difficult to do. So she came to me because I also come from the same profession. So she told me that, Tanya, every day what happens is I have so much to do. I feel very excited about my work. But pata nahi kya hota hai, by the end of the day, I just feel that the time has just passed by. And then I feel a lot of guilt. Ki one day at a time, the days are just passing by and I'm not able to actually do anything fruitful. There are so many ideas inside my mind, but I don't know. The day just passes by. Now, it's not that she has a lot of responsibilities at home. She has a lot of houses, so they are able to take care of the house, right? She has good relationship with her in-laws, so even that's not a problem. The problem was all inside her. So what I did is that day I decided I'm not going to actually coach her that day through the life coaching techniques in order to help her understand what is the problem with managing time. Okay, ab time ko aise manage kar sakte hain and all of that. I thought let's work on her through the inner child therapy session. And that was the first session I was taking for that particular problem. I even didn't know where it would lead. So it was a session for 2 hours. And what we understood is when she went back in the past, she understood that she was able to recall the situation where she was not able to clear CA for 2 times. And that was a very disheartening situation for her. She thought she had moved on from that situation, but when we were doing this therapy, she understood that her inner child was still stuck in that past memory, and she felt really discomforting, very uncomfortable reliving that moment again. So what happened is when I helped her process those old buried and stuck negative emotions, कि result आया है but मैं pass नहीं हो पाई. So that was a kind of situation for her which was very difficult because her in-laws allowed her कि, after you get married, you can definitely continue your studies and we are not going to, put any restrictions on you. So when she was not able to clear it for the first 2 attempts, she felt like, I'm entitled to be answerable to my in-laws because they believed in me and I'm not able to do it. That means somewhere, her self-esteem was going really low. And because the time was also passing by and other friends of her had already cleared the CA exam, there was this self-doubt which was inside her and she felt like, her worth was decreasing. Her worth was decreasing at that time. She had self-worth issues. So the third time when she actually, came up after falling down that, okay, this time again, I'm going to take the exam and let me see if I can clear it. She was not able to bring her full self into her studies because somewhere in the time capsule, in the space capsule, the inner child was already stuck in those 2 different attempts where she was not able to, to qualify that examination. So it was a very difficult situation. So instead of 1 hour, the therapy actually took 2 hours. And when she finally came out of it and she had processed her buried emotions, the one thing that she told me is, I never knew that this trauma was still a part of me. And today I feel I have processed and released it wholeheartedly. And now I feel I will be able to concentrate on the daily task and actually proceed ahead. So you got to understand that wherever you are feeling stuck with time, it's actually not about the present. It's about something in the past where you felt the similar thing happening. You felt for the first time that, you are having a fight with time. You're going against the time. The time is not in your favor. And of course, there's another case study that I would share later in the Q&A session. Any confusion till here? Anybody wants to ask any question? Because we're going to start with the 4 activities. Okay, let's start then. Everybody sit in a comfortable and a quiet place. Let me just tell you what exactly we're going to do. The formula that I'm going to teach you today is feel. The second is inner child healing for bringing joy into your life. The third is flowing. And the fourth is focus. Feel, flow, focus. But in between feel and flow, we are going to create joy for ourselves. Is everybody okay with the formula? Feel, flow, focus. We will feel. The second is we will bring joy from our inner child, the past version of us, and we will bring that joy into our body and we will experience it. The third is we will flow. We will flow with the flow of life. And the fourth is we will then focus on the task that we want to create, that we want to work on. So after you do these activities, the formula that you're going to take back home is whenever you are stuck with time, instead of rushing into the techniques that you know in order to manage time, you have to go through all the 4 activities very quickly and you will understand how to do it. Okay? Feel, flow, focus. But between feel and flow, we are going to bring joy and experience joy in every cell of our body. Okay. So let's start now. Everybody find a comfortable space to sit. Close your eyes. If you want to switch off the camera, you can, because I feel that helps you to better concentrate on the activity that you're doing. Let's begin by finding a comfortable seat and close your eyes. Take a deep breath through your nose and slowly release it through your mouth. The breath has to be taken from the nose and it should be released very slowly through the mouth. Do it 3 more times. Inhale deeply through nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. Inhale deeply through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. Take a note of the space that you are sitting in right now. Wherever you are sitting, whether it's a sofa or a chair, let your body relax and feel the touch of the place where you are sitting right now. Feel the touch of it. Feel the touch of the space wherever you are sitting. And now bring your awareness to your feet. Put the feet on the ground and imagine there are a lot of roots coming out from your feet and going deep inside the earth. All the roots from your feet are going deep inside the earth, and that's helping you to ground yourself. Ground yourself with the Mother Earth. And as you're comfortably sitting, you can feel the touch of the space wherever you are sitting, whether it's a chair or a sofa, or you're sitting on the ground. You can feel the touch of the Mother Earth, and you're deeply connected to the Mother Earth through your roots. Now I want you to travel back to the time in the past where you felt overwhelmed and anxious, and that situation was causing you emotional discomfort. Take 20 seconds to do that. Go back to the time in the past where you felt overwhelmed, anxious, and there was a lot of emotional discomfort. Anything in your personal life or work related. Let it come naturally to you. You don't have to fight your judgment. Go back to the time and space when this happened with you. You're not here in 2025. You are back to the first time in this lifetime when you actually experienced emotional discomfort. Go back to that time and space, go back to that memory, and go inside the body of that person, that younger version of you that was experiencing emotional discomfort. Be fully present into the body of your younger self who is going through that overwhelm, that anxiety, that discomfort, and allow yourself to be present with that memory. Please know that all of that is happening again right now. It's happening right now because you are in that body of your younger self. Notice what you're feeling. As you are in the past, it's happening to you right now. What are you feeling? What emotions are coming up? Bring your full attention to your body right now. Go deep, 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 deep inside your body as you are experiencing that emotional discomfort, that overwhelm, that anxiety. Go deep, deep inside your body and notice where you feel that emotion in the body. Where are you feeling that overwhelm, that anxiety, that emotional discomfort? Is it in the chest? Is it in the left shoulder, the right shoulder? Is it in the thigh? Is it in the fingers? Is it in your cheeks? Is it behind your eyes? Is it in the forehead? Just identify where in the body are you feeling that emotion. Don't try to change it, just observe it. It can be very uncomfortable or it can be little uncomfortable. Don't try to change it, just observe it. Breathe into this body part and breathe into this emotion right now. Breathe deeply into this body part and let yourself fully feel this emotion. Feel it. Notice what is the sensation of this emotion. Allow yourself to fully experience the emotion. Fully experience it. Fully experience that emotional discomfort. Feel it. Breathe into that body part. As you breathe into that body part, you can feel the sensation of that emotion intensifying. It's amplifying. It's increasing. If there's anxiety, it's increasing as you breathe into the body part. And that's okay. Don't fight it. Let it be there. Feel it. No fixing. No fixing needed right now. Just breathe into that body part. Breathe into that emotion. And be present with it. Just be present with it for the next 10 seconds. And now, wherever this emotion that you're experiencing is in your body part, now you're going to gently release it. Let me tell you how. You don't have to push it away. You're just going to naturally let it flow out of your body through every exhale. How? If it's in your chest, you will imagine that emotion flowing out of your chest, passing through your throat, and you can just open your mouth and exhale that emotion out from your mouth. So just open your mouth right now a little bit and let the tongue rest on the floor of your mouth. Open your mouth a little bit and let the tongue rest on the floor of your mouth. And now go back to that body part where you have the stored emotion. Gently allow it to move towards your throat and just release it. Let it flow out of your mouth. Just release it. As you release it with every breath, you feel lighter. The energy is leaving your body. Keep doing it till the intensity of that emotion in the body part reduces to zero. Keep opening your mouth, letting the tongue rest on the floor of your mouth, and let the emotion trapped in your body gently travel above to your throat or travel down to your throat, whatever it is for you. And slowly let it flow out of your mouth. And as this energy goes out of your mouth, you know that the emotional charge associated with this emotion is fading into the air. Trust the process of letting go. Do it 3 more times and let the trapped emotion in that body part travel through your throat very gently. And you don't have to push it, you just have to allow it to flow out of your mouth as you exhale it. Trust the process of letting go. Trust the process. And now bring your attention to your feet as they're touching the ground. You know that you created roots from your feet, and let them enter into the Mother Earth. Now, whatever emotions are left in your body, in that body part, allow it to flow deep, 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 deep downwards, pass through your thighs, through your calf muscles, and enter the feet. And from the feet, let the emotional charge enter and ground itself into the Mother Earth. Any excess energy which is still left in that part of the body, let it go into the Mother Earth. Let the roots absorb it. Let the Mother Earth absorb it. If you still feel you would want to release it through your mouth, by opening your mouth and exhaling it out, please do that. And whenever you feel ready, that almost all of your trapped emotions have gone into the Mother Earth and they have been exhaled through the mouth. And the emotional charge in that part of the body has now reduced and it feels lighter. Go to that body part and know that that body part is expanding like a balloon. It's expanding. It's becoming wider. It's becoming larger. It's becoming a safe space right now because the unnecessary charge, the emotional charge, has left that body part. Breathe deep into that body part right now. And as you breathe, you know that the emotional charge has gone out and there is so much space right now in this body part. It's safe. It's lighter. It's very light. There's so much fresh air inside this body part. And whenever you feel ready, you can open your eyes very gently. Very gently, you can open your eyes. You can take 10 seconds to do that. You can drink some water. Once you open your eyes, you can just put a thumbs up so that I know you are back. Okay, I'll wait for other people. Take your time. Okay, please drink some water. And as you drink the water, just know that every cell of your body is getting recharged through that water, and that energy is going into your feet, into the Mother Earth. And you're feeling absolutely grounded with the Mother Earth. Now, this activity was related to feeling. I would advise you that whenever you are overwhelmed because of too many things on your plate, and you feel like, how will I manage things? Will I be able to complete things on time? Just take a moment. Identify the emotion. Identify where you are feeling it in your body. Just sit with it. No need to fight it. You're feeling very anxious? It's okay. No need to fight it. Feel it. Feel it fully. And after you feel it fully, then give it the space to go out of your body, either through your mouth. And what you have to do is you have to just open your mouth a little bit and let the tongue rest on the floor of your mouth. And gently exhale it. And the rest of the emotions that you feel are still there in the body, in that body part, allow it to flow into the Mother Earth very gently. And you have to visualize everything happening. Okay, that is about feeling. See, you can heal only if you feel. We keep pushing past the emotions because there's so much work to do, and we feel that what we will do with feeling the emotions, it's just going to waste my time. Okay, I'm feeling anxious. Let me just put it aside, but I have to get this done. I have to get it. I have to get this done. I have to answer that call. I have to speak to that person. Take just 1 minute. Just 1 minute is sufficient. You have to tune inside your body. Go deep inside your body. Go through every part of your body. Understand where that emotion is trapped. Feel it and then release it. Okay, that's the first step. Now, certain questions that I want you to reflect upon, and you can write your answer for that. How did your body respond to the emotions when you allowed yourself to feel those emotions in the activity? How did your body respond? Be honest. You don't have to share your answers. Just write it for yourself. How did your body respond when you allowed yourself to feel the emotion. How did the body respond? Was there a resistance, or was the body, helping you to feel that emotion? Your next question: what was the experience of feeling the emotion rather than avoiding it? I would say, even if you're having a panic attack, please feel it. Feel it. You can hug yourself at that time, experience that touch with your own body, and feel that emotion. Feel it. So, your question is, what was the experience of feeling the emotion rather than avoiding it this time? Next question: as you release the emotional charge, either through your feet, your roots, or from your mouth, how did the sensation in your body shifted whenever you release the emotional charge during the activity? How did the sensation in your body shift? How did the sensation in your body shift as you release the emotional charge, either through your mouth or through the roots of your feet? And the last question: what did you notice? What do you notice right now in your body that you did not notice before? What do you notice in your body right now that you did not notice before? Once you become best friend with your body, you're not fighting it. You are going with what your body is telling you. Half of the problems of your life will be solved. The problem comes when we are too much inside our head space, inside our thoughts. We have to learn to let go of the thoughts and let them be here, but form a deep connection with the body, go deep inside the body, and just become very good friends with the body. So everybody has written their answers. If you want me to repeat any question, let me know. Anybody wants to share anything? Any one person? And then we'll go to the second activity. Yes, Jasmeet, would you like to say something?
Then I'm not sure of basically whether it's a query or basically an experience sharing or what. There were certain instances where I don't have answers to the questions. I felt my body being a little relieved. It's not something new that I experienced. I have experienced this before also.
Mhm.
Maybe the emotion was not very intense while we
Yes.
were going through the activity. So while going through, there was this little doubt that am I right or not. But then I trusted the process. I
Mm.
just let it flow. I let it happen with the flow.
Right.
So this is what was it. And then coming to so answering certain questions with whether the shift is happening or not. See, right now after doing this, I'm feeling relaxed. I'm feeling happy. And my body is feeling,
Mm.
there's some sensation in the shoulders and in the legs also.
Mm.
And it's there. I can experience it. I can feel it. But I'm
Mm.
not sure whether it's aligned with the answers or that's the only thing. I
Mm.
don't know whether it's a question or maybe it's a reflection.
Okay. What I understood from what you said is, if somebody has done a lot of the healing process, in that case, that is why the intensity of the emotional charge was not too much for you. That means if you face certain difficulties in the past and you had overcome them through a certain extent, to a large extent, then today, if you try to go back to that incident, it did not impact you much, right? So even if you tried to release it, you felt okay, it was easy to do. But if somebody still has that memory of that one traumatic incident, now trauma here does not mean that it has to be something so big that the world went upside down. It could be those small instances of overwhelm which is called as trauma. So if that is still not resolved for that person, and today if they could understand by going back to the past that okay, that memory is still there, and they try to go inside the body and feel it fully, for them the intensity could have been more. So it depends from person to person. And the memory, of course, that you chose to reflect upon. Okay, thank you. Yes, Santosh, you may ask your query or you may share your experience.
Yeah, thanks, Tanya, for sharing interesting technique about
Hmm,
using meditation and mindfulness to vent
hmm,
out and to vent
hmm,
out the stress.
hmm,
After this exercise, I feel better.
hmm.
But again, no, slowly that emotion, negative emotion or stress
It will
again go
come
on
up.
building. Because
Yes.
for the weekend I planned to go out for movie, for
Hmm,
shopping, to
hmm,
go out
hmm,
for picnic with my family. And
hmm,
suddenly in the morning, I received a message from my manager that Monday we need to prepare one report urgently for the
hmm,
customer.
hmm,
So like no, I stress. I started building that stress level because
hmm,
in 2 days time I need to take out 2 to 3 hours to complete that report.
hmm. Right, right.
So till
Okay,
the time I will not
okay.
start or not complete that activity, that
Yeah,
stress will be
at the
somewhere,
back of.
again keep on, back of the mind.
Okay, okay. For this, I will tell you one thing. It is a belief that we have held on to for so long that if we are trying to experience relaxation and safety in our life, and something external comes up in the form of an additional activity, so that's going to bring us down, that's going to weigh us down. It's a belief that we have nurtured for so long from our childhood. It's just a belief. Today I will say, if it's happening, you are it's draining you down, because unless you do it, you will not feel okay with it. Try to change that belief. What is that belief? The belief, you can shift on to a new belief that I am safe and relaxed in my body right now, and I continue to do that. So when you say I continue to do that, you're basically creating a belief that even if something external, extra activity has come up, I still continue to feel safe and relaxed in my body. So it's about how much practice you are able to bring in your daily life about the feeling activity that I made you do right now. It's just the first time maybe you do or did it, or you do different meditation activities. This is a little different from meditation because, hey, you got to understand it's about feeling that uncomfortable feeling, tuning into your body, going complete inside the body, not staying outside the body, identifying that body part, identifying where are you feeling that exact emotion. Then you can also give it the shape, color, and size. Feel it fully. Like you have to completely feel it for like a minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and then you have to release it. So now when you sit down and start doing your report, again, those okay, just give me a moment. Okay. So when you sit down to do your report, You can again ask yourself what emotions are coming up at that moment. Tune inside your body, do that same activity that I made you do, like for a quick 1 minute, and then you start doing your report. Even after 15 minutes, you feel the same, come back to the same activity again. So it's about feeling. Okay, you have to you have to become best friend with your body. Rather than staying outside the body, I would say stay inside the body as much as you can. Yes, Emma.
Yeah, hi Tanya. So what I'm understanding is it's important to feel things.
Hmm.
So, like in the case that Santosh just shared, whatever is feeling the anxiety that is coming in, rather than resisting it, it's important for him to first acknowledge the fact that he's feeling anxious and kind of feel it in his body, like you're saying.
Hmm.
And the thought that came to me a lot of time, which is from the experiences that I've had, is a lot of time these feelings are also trying to communicate something. Like in this case, or the stress is telling him to complete that activity because it's coming up on Monday.
Hmm.
So it's not always bad as long as it's
Hmm.
managed because it's asking you to do something about it. So
Right,
that
right.
is one. And the moment I allocate time for that activity, assume I'm saying that, okay, I will do it in the evening from say 4 to 8, but right now let me go out and have my time with my family. So do you think that would help, kind of allocate time for it and tell myself that, okay, I've already allocated. So every time the anxiety comes, okay, all right, I'm feeling anxious, but I've
Right.
already allocated time. So I can spend time, go out and do whatever. But in case it is going to take a lot of time, so maybe I'll have to then reschedule my plan and, do all those things. So my thought was that, is it okay to kind of allow that feeling and also then take action basis
Yes.
that? Because sometimes they're
Yes.
trying to tell you something.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So I agree with you, Hima. I also want to say that whenever that, whatever activity you're doing, let's suppose there are 5 different activities that I want to complete, and I have just 3 hours to do. And I know I'm falling short of time. Before every activity, I will form a very strong relationship with my body. I will ask myself, what is the emotion that I'm feeling? Maybe before doing the first activity, I'm feeling a lot of confusion. Maybe before doing the second activity, I'm feeling anxious. Again, before doing the third activity, I'm feeling anxious. So it's important for me to recognize what is the exact emotion that I'm feeling, identify where in the body am I feeling it, feel it completely, identify what's the shape, color, size of this feeling. If I'm feeling anxious and I'm feeling it here, then I need to ask what's the shape and size and color of this. Right now I can feel that, okay, this might be red. So like this, when we give the shape, size, color to these emotions and feel them, ki theek hai anxiety, it's okay, it's there, it's very uncomfortable, but it's there, and I acknowledge it, and then allow it, that energy, to go out and flow from the mouth or go deep inside through your roots and go inside the mother earth. So this way, the more we are in the body, the more we are connected to ourselves, the more we are able to feel connected to the work that we are doing. So I have noticed that when our inner child steps out of our body, it jumps out of our body, then all the energy gets scattered here and there, and it feels like guest आने वाले हैं, ये भी करना है, अभी ये भी करना है, अभी वो भी करना है. At that moment, we are actually out of our body. We have jumped out of our body. It's time to go deep inside the body and stay inside the body, feel every part of the body, and stay connected with the sensations of the body. Yes, Apni.
Yeah, hi Tanya.
Hi.
So I think that is a good discussion. I just have one thing which I was thinking right now. So whenever usually stress happens when there's a lot of uncertainty. Like I know I have 5 things to do, which I still, like as Hima said, right? I can allocate time. But then stress actually happens when there's an uncertain work that has come up which I haven't planned for, right? And at that point in time, usually the body, if you're not that calm, the first response is to fight or flight, flight, or you just fight for it, like just try to juggle things, do what is best at that point in time. So at that point in time, do you suggest like to pause for a bit and do this exercise that you just mentioned, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
then try to, but you know what I felt during this exercises, somehow I didn't want to feel that bad. I mean, I didn't
Mm,
want to feel that energy because I'm
mm,
already drained at this point. Like I want my all senses to be working at the peak level because
mm,
I want to deliver or, just do it. So somehow I felt a
mm,
resistance in my body to not experience that much of pain at this point and then
mm.
let it go. So
Right.
I'm not sure if it is just me that happens.
It
Didn't want to go into
happens.
that uncomfortable zone and then release it,
Right. Right.
rather than
Right.
just having a quick fix and just do my best at that point in time. So that's just my
Okay.
feeling, which I felt, at
Hmm.
this.
Yeah. So that's why the question, I think from that question, you identified that the body was resisting to feel all of it, right?
Yeah,
And
I
that's
didn't want
okay.
to feel. I mean, I was
Yeah.
like,
You didn't want to feel.
done. I'm over it now. I don't
Okay.
want to feel it again, that much of pain or that anxiety or whatever I'm uncomfortable
Right.
feeling that,
Right.
I
Right.
was
It's
feeling.
okay. It's okay.
Okay.
So, when actually we do the inner child therapy, there's just a small part of it. We always tell the person who is actually going through that therapy to only feel it as much as they feel comfortable feeling it. Because if somebody has had really some traumatic event that they want to release from the past, then for them to actually go deep inside it and feel it like completely would be again too much of a shock, right? So we just tell them that go
Okay.
only as much inside it as you're feeling comfortable to go inside it. So that's okay.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Tanya.
Right. But anytime you feel that, okay, today it's Sunday, I don't have much work to do, and I would like to address this, painful emotion today, fully, then see if you can allow your body that time and space to not resist and, feel it. Today, one day you can allow to feel the pain fully and release it. So that's how our body works. It tries to fight that pain. But anytime you're feeling comfortable to do it, like there's nothing much for you to do in the external world, that day just see if you can allow to experience that pain again. So, because it is for your own benefit, like you will be able to, once you're able to go deep inside and release it, I think it's going to help you at least release 50 to 60% of the charge that you were carrying inside.
Okay. All right. That's helpful, Tanya. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, now let's go to the second exercise. We have felt it. Before going to the flow, we are going to form a deep connection with our inner child, and let's understand our inner child, the child who was like 6 or 7 years old. You have to go back to a memory where that child experienced a lot of joy. Okay, just pick one memory where the child experienced a lot of joy. And then you will allow that joy to come inside your adult body right now. How will that happen? I will guide you through. So please keep the soft toy or the cushion or the pillow near you. Okay, just keep it near you, because when I'll ask you to hold it, so you don't have to open your eyes, you can simply take your hands and start holding it. So we are trying to bring and inculcate and infuse joy inside our body through this activity. Because the purpose is anything which has joy will allow you to manage time easily and a little less, with little less pain. It will be more effortless to execute that task if it has joy. Okay, and joy can be felt in your body. You can create it consciously. Should we start now? Okay, everybody. Yes, I want you to take a moment and close your eyes again. Take a deep breath in and exhale slowly through your mouth. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. Let your body relax. Imagine a happy child around 6 to 7 years of age, and this is exactly you, your younger version, and he or she is very happy. Please go back to that happy memory. See this young child, and this child is standing at a distance of 5 feet away from you, wherever you are right now. It's standing at a distance of 5 feet away from you. Let the image of your younger self come to you naturally. See, how is this child looking right now? What is the child wearing? Which colored clothes has this child worn right now? What is the hairstyle of this child? What does the face of this child say? Maybe the child is playing, maybe it's laughing, or maybe it's simply present in the world, but it's happy. It's happy. So go back to that happy memory and know that the child in front of you is experiencing that happy memory. That child could be playing, laughing, or simply being present in the world. Whatever it is doing, just see that. As you connect with that inner child, notice what that inner child is doing. That younger child, what is that younger child doing? Just notice that. What is he or she wearing? Where is he or she? In which place is he or she right now? Is it the ground? Is it the school? Is it the room of your house? Is it the terrace? Where is that inner child? What does the inner child look like? What does the inner child look like? Let the image of that child become clear, crystal clear to you. Let that image become crystal clear to you. Whatever clothes he or she is wearing, how the body of that child is, what is the face of that child, what is that child exactly doing? In which place is he or she standing, running, or sitting? Let it become absolutely clear to you. And now notice the joy and the freedom of this child. Deeply notice the joy and the freedom of this child. Observe it. Notice how this child feels so safe in the space wherever he or she is. Notice the safety that the child is feeling. There's no judgment, no pressure for the child, only safety, only ease, and only freedom. Notice the safety, the freedom, and the ease of that child. I repeat again, notice the safety, the freedom, and the ease that the child is experiencing. And as you notice everything about that child, you are in awe of that child. You're like, my God, this child is just so beautiful. He is experiencing all the joy, all the ease in the body, and all the safety of that space. And now you become so curious to want to talk to this child. So you start walking towards the child. Start walking slowly towards the child. Go and sit next to the child. Allow the child to sit, and you also sit next to the child. And now, in order to hold the hand of the child, I want you to hold that cushion or the soft toy that you have. That cushion, that pillow, or the soft toy is actually you, your younger version. Hold it in your hands as if you're holding the hands of that inner child. Hold it. Feel the touch of the hands of your inner child. And tell this child that I am here to listen. I am here to listen. I am here to heal myself. I am here to listen. I am here to heal myself. And now ask a few questions to this child as you're holding the hands of the child. The first question that you can ask to this child is, what would you like me? What would you like to say to me right now? What would you like to say to me right now? Allow that answer to come to you from the child. Please know it is the younger child, the 6 to 7-year-old. It will have a different vocabulary. Let the answer come from the child. Please don't put anything from the adult self. Keep holding the hands of the child and listen to the answer that the child has to give to you. Ask the child, what do you want to say to me right now? And let the answer come to you. What do you want to say to me right now? Keep feeling the touch of the hands of the child as you hold the cushion or the soft toy and allow the answer to reach you. Now ask the child, what do you need from me? What do you need from me? Maybe the child needs something from you. Let the answer come to you from the child. Ask the child, what do you need from me? Trust the answer that comes. Don't doubt it. Whatever the child says, it's the right answer. Keep holding the hands of the child. Keep feeling the touch of the hands. And ask the child, what part of me do I keep ignoring just because I am an adult now? What part of me do I keep ignoring just because I am an adult now? Ask this to the child. आप चाइल्ड से पूछो कि डियर चाइल्ड, ऐसी कौन सी चीज है मेरे अंदर या कौन सा पार्ट है मेरे अंदर जो मैं इग्नोर करती हूं या करता हूं जस्ट बिकॉज अब मैं बड़ा हो चुका हूं. What part of me do I keep ignoring just because I am an adult now? And let that child tell you that answer. Dear child, please tell me, what part of me do I keep ignoring always just because I feel that I'm an adult? Next question that you can ask the child is, keep holding the hands, keep feeling the touch of the hands of the child, and ask, how can I bring more joy and more ease in my life? That child will tell you how to bring more joy and ease into your life. My dear child, how can I bring more joy and more ease into my life? How? How can I do that? As you've gotten all the answers from the child, hold this inner child tightly. Whatever the cushion or the soft toy that you have, hold this tightly to your chest. Hold it closely to your chest and tell him or her, I will bring more joy into my life, even in the midst of my adult responsibilities. My dear child, as I hold you closely to my heart, I will bring more joy into my life, even in midst of my adult responsibilities. And as you say this to your inner child, and as you hold that child tightly to your chest, you are noticing that the face of that child is lighting up. He or she is smiling. And as he or she smiles, he or she is so happy to know that you are bringing back joy into your life, getting inspired from that young child. And as you see the smile of this child, you know that you are reconnecting with your child. And that child is again becoming a part of your life now. So hold that child close to your chest and know that that child is now becoming a part of your life again. It's becoming a part of your life again. Yes, you can allow it. It's a choice. It's a choice that you're choosing right now to allow that child to be a part of your life again. And all that joy which is there inside that child, inside that cushion or the soft toy that you have, inside that child, whatever joy is there, it's going inside your heart. As you hold it close to your chest, you know that that joy is traveling into your heart. And as this joy travels into your heart, notice, what is the color of this joy? What is the shape and the size of this joy? Let the answer come to you. Maybe it's blue, maybe yellow, maybe green, maybe white. Maybe it's circular shape or a triangular shape, or maybe it's shapeless like an amoeba. You can feel that joy inside your heart, and you can actually see the shape, the color, and the size of that joy in your heart. And as that happens, there are certain branches that go out from that joy into the world. Imagine there are certain branches, 2, 3 branches coming out from your heart, from that joy, and it's going out in the outside world. And that outside world is basically the work that you want to do, where you got to invest your time. Imagine any task that you want to do, It's there in front of you. And through that branch of that heart, through the branch of that joy, that branch is connecting your heart and that work together. So feel that that joy is actually carrying its energy and infusing into the work that you want to do. Take that joy from the little child, put it in your heart, feel the color, the shape, and the size of that joy. Let it grow. Let it grow inside your heart. And let that energy travel back outside into the work that you want to do. How much ever joy you can take from this child, just take it. Grow it. Grow it. Grow it inside your heart. And if you grow it, now you can give it back to the work that's lying in front of you. That joyful energy is traveling from your heart and going into the work that you want to do. Let it travel into the work that you want to do. There is a branch which connects the work and the heart. Keep feeling this joy in your heart. Let it grow, let it grow, and let it grow. Hold your inner child tightly and let this joy travel back into the work that you want to do. Your heart and your work are connected. Your heart and your work are connected. They are fully connected. You are connected with your inner child, and your heart and your work are connected together. So all three of you are together right now. All three of you are together right now. And just take 10 seconds and gently, as you absorb all the joy, you can open your eyes. Take 10 to 20 seconds to do that. Once you're back, just give a thumbs up on the chat window. You can drink some water, and there are certain questions that I'll ask you, the same questions that you asked the inner child, and you're going to write their answers in your notebook. Is everybody back now? Those of you who did not give a thumbs up, just let me know if you're back. Okay. Now the question that you asked your inner child, I'm repeating them again here, and you got to write the answers that you got from the inner child. The first question, what did the inner child tell you? What did that young child tell you? Was it something surprising you heard? Or was it something that you expected that you would hear? What did that young child, that inner child tell you? Next question. As you reconnected with that younger version by first holding the hands and then bringing it close to your chest and tightly hugging it, how did it feel to reconnect with that younger version? How did it feel? Did it feel safe? Did it feel enough? Did it feel good? If you experience safety, you can write down, yes, I experienced safety when connecting with my younger version, with that happy younger version. Next question. What is that part of me that is missing just because I think I'm an adult? What is that part inside me which was there in that child, but it's missing inside me just because I think I've grown up and I'm an adult now? And one last question. How can I integrate more joy into my daily routine? The keyword here is joy. Anything in which you are able to bring joy consciously that will help you to actually become friends with the work that you want to do, and then managing time will not be a problem. It's all about creating that conscious joy. So, how can I integrate more joy into my daily routine? That's the question. Okay, everybody done? Avni, Santosh, Jasmeet, Gayatri, Raghu, SSG. Okay. So, second step you all understood. First, whenever you're feeling overwhelmed with time, first is you're going to feel. You're going to go deep inside your body, not stay outside the body. Identify that emotion, identify that body part where you're feeling it. Feel it completely as much as is comfortable for you. Then release it slowly. Okay, that's the first step. The second step is whatever is the task in front of you, you forget that. You go back to that time and space where you were a child and you were happy. Okay, you're consciously going to focus on that memory where you were happy. You will bring that joy into your heart. You will amplify it. You will let it grow. You will infuse color into that joy. And then you will push it out to the work. So, if suppose I have to create a presentation, but I'm feeling very anxious because I don't know what content to put, I don't know whether I'll be able to complete it. So, I will imagine the presentation in front of me and I will imagine an imaginary cord which is connecting my heart and that presentation, and that joy is traveling from my heart into that presentation. So, this is my inner child. I'm holding on tightly to it and I'm letting that joy of that inner child flow into my heart, and from my heart, I will let it connect to the work that I want to do. So, this is something you could do as a 2-step process. It's a 4-step process completely. We are done with the 2 steps. Okay, let's move on to the 3rd step. What is the 3rd step? Flow. You have to go with the flow. And as I ask you to go with the flow, in between, I'll ask you to open your hands and just dance like this. Just flow. So if you can notice my position right now, I've opened both my hands on left and right, and I am swaying from left to right like this. Okay? So this is the motion that you're going to do whenever I ask you to do. Everybody okay with it? Okay. Let's move on to the 3rd step, which is flow. Close your eyes once again. Connect with your body. Go deep, deep, deep inside your body. Nobody's going to stay outside the body. Everybody's going to be inside their own bodies. Take a deep breath in and let it go with a slow exhale. Now, wherever you're sitting, let your body sink into that space. For now, release all the things that you're holding. Maybe you're trying to keep your body sit still, or your back straight. Right now, just release everything and see where the body is going. If it's falling on the left, let it fall. If it wants to relax back, let it do that. If it's falling on the right, if you want to lie down, do whatever you want. Follow the instructions of the body. Go with what the body is telling you. Okay? Release control from the body. Let the body flow wherever it wants to flow. Now, imagine a beautiful river. Okay? It's a beautiful river that you can imagine. And what is this river? This river represents the natural flow of life. The river is calm. The river is supportive. And it's gentle. The river is calm. The river is gentle. And the water inside the river is beautiful. And that is the natural flow of life. Just the natural flow of life. And now everybody lie down wherever you can. Your cameras are off, no need to worry. Just lie down. And know that you are lying back in the river. And you are effortlessly floating along this flow of life. Lie down with your back and know that you're lying yourself back in the river and you are floating effortlessly along the flow of current. You don't have to swim. You're not fighting the current. You don't have to paddle. You just leave the body and the natural flow of water is doing its task. You don't have to do anything. It's taking care of you. The water is taking care of you. You are being supported by the water. You are safe and you are supported by the water. The water is gently guiding you forward. The water is gently guiding you forward. And you're feeling at ease with the flow of life. Feel the water of this river. The water is guiding you. You don't have to do anything. The water is smart. The water is intelligent enough. It's taking the complete charge. It's supporting you. You just float and go with the flow. Feel the current of the water moving around you, around your entire body. Feel the current in your feet, in your calf muscles, in your thighs, in your upper abdomen, in your stomach, in your back, in your hands, in your arms, in your entire face. You can feel the current of the water. The water is very cool and it's refreshing. Allow yourself to consciously feel the sensation of this water. It's cool and refreshing. You are safe. Trust the flow of water. You are safe. The water is supporting you. Trust the flow of water. The water is supporting you. Now, as you float yourself in the water, think of the time. Think of that one thing in your life, that one task in your life that you're trying to control too much. Just one situation, just one task. that you are trying to control too much कि ये मेरे हिसाब से हो जाए, जैसा मैं चाह रही हूं वैसा हो जाए. Think of that task, think of that situation that you are trying to control a little too much. Maybe you're fighting against that task. You're fighting against that task. Think of that one task, that one situation. And as you're lying down in the river, start making that movement that I told you by spreading your hands and by gently moving your body from left to right. Start going with the flow of the water, the flow of the life. Spread your hands from left to right. Go towards the left side, then the right side, and let your body dance. And as you allow your body to dance, as you go from left to right, just repeat inside you, I am safe and protected by the flow of life. I am safe. I am protected. I am guided by the flow of life. Keep moving your body from left to right by opening your hands. Let the body dance. As the body dances, the body learns to not resist. The body learns to go with the flow. Everything is inside the body. Even if you think from the mind that I should go with the flow, sometimes you're not able to because you don't bring your body into that situation. So today, focus inside the body. Let the body go left and right, to and fro, to and fro, to and fro. Yes, you can do it. And as you naturally allow the rhythm to flow through the body, you say to yourself that I am safe, I am protected by the flow of life. It is safe for me to trust the flow of life. Repeat 5 times. It is safe for me to trust the flow of life. It is safe for me to trust the flow of life. Keep moving your body. The body needs to feel whatever you're saying. It is safe for me to trust the flow of life. It is absolutely safe for me to trust the flow of life. It is safe for me to trust the flow of life. Keep spreading your hands and keep moving your body left to right, to and fro, to and fro. It is safe for me to trust the flow of life. And now, just above you in the sky, as you're floating in this water, you can look that in the sky, there is this one particular work that you want to do. It's in the sky. You can view it right now with your eyes closed. Now, imagine that as your body is flowing through the flow of life, this energy is going inside the work that you can see in front of you. Even that work which you can see in the sky, it's also dancing to and fro, to and fro, to and fro. It's wanting to go with the flow of life. It's desperate to go with the flow of life. Neither you are resisting that work, neither that work is resisting you. Your body is in its own tune. It's going with the flow, to and fro, to and fro. The body is enjoying itself. And similarly, the work is also going to and fro, to and fro, to and fro. It wants to surrender to the flow of life. That work wants to surrender to the flow of life. And now you can feel a deep sense of connection between your body and the work that you can see in front of you as you see that in the sky. Feel a deep sense of connection through a rod which connects you two together. There is a rod and it connects the work and your body together. And as your body is dancing, that work is also dancing. And you both are shouting that I trust the flow of life. It is safe for me to trust the flow of life. And you are energetically connected together, your body and that work. And whenever you feel completely in sync with this work, and your body feels absolutely ready to go with the flow of life, and it feels safe. Safe, you feel safe inside the body to go with the flow of life. You can open your eyes very slowly, very gently. Nothing to hurry. The body is going with the flow. The work is also dancing to and fro. Both of them are saying that it is safe for me to trust the flow of life. And now, as you open your eyes, still know that your body is going with the flow of life. It trusts the flow of life and it feels safe to trust the flow of life. Let the body go to and fro, to and fro, to and fro, and answer these questions. Write them in your notebook. What are the areas of your life that you resist? And there you find it difficult to manage time. What are those areas of your life where you resist the natural flow of life and then you find it difficult to manage time? Just write those areas of life. Next question. Should I go to the next question? Okay. After you have written the areas of your life which you resist, and because you resist, you find it difficult to manage time. Once you have listed that out, ask yourself, how does it feel when my body feels safe to trust the flow of life? I'm not saying when you feel safe, I'm saying, how does it feel when your body feels safe to trust the flow of life? When the body goes to and fro and it says that I feel safe to trust the flow of life. How do you feel then? If the body feels safe, do you feel safe? The last question. What will happen if you allowed your body to feel safe to trust the flow of life before you start to do any task? What will happen if you give permission to your body to feel safe to trust the flow of life before you actually start doing your work? हम जो भी काम करने जाएंगे उसके पहले हम अपनी बॉडी को परमिशन देंगे, and we will tell the body that I allow you to feel safe to trust the flow of life. And when the body says, okay, you allow me to feel safe to trust the flow of life, okay, fine. So before starting the work, if I allow the body to feel safe to trust the flow of life, then what will happen? What will happen? If you're done, you could share your experience or your answers if you want to. If you want me to explain any question, I would be happy to do that. Yes, anyone? You want
Tanya,
me
when
to?
like when I connected to inner child,
Mm-hmm.
so inner child was saying me like be like me, मेरे जैसे
Mm,
बनो.
mm,
तो बट लाइक मैं सोच रहा था कि कैसे बनूं, क्योंकि मैं तो अभी मेरे इनर चाइल्ड से बहुत दूर आ चुका हूँ. एक
mm,
सर्टन ईगो लेवल बढ़ा है, एक ग्रीड बढ़ा
mm,
है मटेरियल लाइफ के लिए.
mm, mm,
But as you clearly explained the importance and the benefits,
mm,
definitely no, I need to find out way to
mm,
frequently connect with the inner child.
mm-hmm,
लाइक मेरे ऑफिस में मेरा एक कलीग है प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट में,
mm-hmm,
जो बिकॉज ऑफ द ऑफिस स्ट्रेस और उसके घर पे पेरेंट्स भी लाइक वेरी ओल्ड एंड
mm,
फ्रिक्वेंटली मेडिकल असिस्टेंस लगते हैं.
mm-hmm,
तो टू वेंट आउट द स्ट्रेस वो हमारे फैक्ट्री के पीछे एक माउंटेन है, उधर जाके जोर जोर से चिल्लाता है 1-2 हफ्ते
mm,
में.
mm,
तो मैंने पूछा कि अरे वो बच्चों जैसे क्यों जाके बिहेव करते हो.
mm,
तो बोला कि मैं बहुत बेटर फील करता हूँ व्हेन आई
mm,
बिहेव लाइक चाइल्ड. अभी
mm,
मैं ऑफिस में नहीं चिल्ला सकता, मैं घर में नहीं चिल्ला सकता,
mm, mm,
लेकिन उधर जाके जैसे मैं चिल्लाता हूँ
mm,
तो आई रियली फील बेटर. मेरे 2-3 हफ्ते अच्छे निकल जाते.
mm.
So I just trying to correlate the concept no you explained and the behavior of that colleague.
Right.
And as you explained this interesting concept of flow and we are protected by flow of life.
Mm-hmm,
तो इज लाइक जो हम रिलीजियस बुक में पढ़ते हैं ये ज्ञान योगा
mm,
कि हमने एमलेसली भी फ्लोट किया तो भी फाइनली वी आर गोइंग टू रीच दैट ओशन ऑफ ब्लिस.
mm.
तो लाइक नो थैंक्स फॉर द इंटरेस्टिंग कंसेप्ट शेड.
Okay. Thank you for sharing your experience. I think it really helps me also to know uh, what has been your experience and when you speak to other people. So thank you for doing that. In the last question that I mentioned that what will happen if I allowed my body to feel safe to trust the flow of life before I start doing my work. Now, why I say if I allow the body, what happens is many a times you're not able to trust the flow of life because we don't give the permission to ourselves. सो अगर आज मैंने खुद को परमिशन दे दिया, खुद को नहीं, खुद की बॉडी को अगर मैंने परमिशन दिया कि आप ट्रस्ट कर सकते हो फ्लो ऑफ लाइफ को, एंड यू आर सेफ टू ट्रस्ट इट. So safety is a very important word here. It's somewhere related to the reptilian brain. The reptilian brain that we have, its task is usually to protect us, and it tells us that okay, यहाँ danger है, यहाँ मत जाओ, ऐसा मत करो. And it's all coming from the conditioning of millions of years ago when we were not even human beings, right? So safety is a very important word here. You avoid using any other word like okay, or I allow you to do that, or I mean this is also fine, but safety is something that your reptilian brain is going to relate to a lot. So if you want to do anything in life where you feel कि हो नहीं पा रहा है, use the word safe in your affirmation. Okay, it is safe. Like suppose if the body is affirming, the body will say it is safe for me to trust the flow of life. The moment you say safe, the body will start feeling safe, and when the body feels safe, you start feeling safe, and then you can go on to the task whatever you want to do. And of course I would say, after doing the first activity, which is feel, the second is bringing joy into your heart and then infusing it into the work that you do. And third is the flow. So I want that everybody, they can use their body before, doing their task, and use this dance methodology. Let the body learn to go with the flow. The more you're going to move the body, the more you're going to channelize the energy of the body, the better performance you're going to do in terms of the work wherever you're not able to manage time. So again, this third step is also about utilizing the power of your body. Okay, anybody else, if you have any question? And then we have a very short step, which is the last one, focus. हमने feel कर लिया, हमने joy create किया, and we flowed with the flow of life, and now it's time to focus on the work. So shall we go to the fourth step? It's a very quick one. Now, I want you to choose one task that you want to do right now. I'll give you 5 minutes to do that task. Okay? You can keep your phone on silent. You can switch off any tabs that you have on your computer or your laptop, or just keep everything aside. Now take a deep breath, exhale slowly, and try to give now your entire focus to the work that you want to do. If your mind wanders while doing that work, it's okay. Just notice it and gently guide it back. Know that your body is going with the flow. It is safe for the body to go with the flow, and it is safe for you to trust the instinct of the body, and it is safe for you to focus. Okay? It is safe for me to focus on the task. It is safe for me to focus on the task. This is the affirmation you can give to yourself. Use the word safe here. As you will do this work for the next 5 minutes with deep focus, अगर आपका focus इधर उधर scatter होता है, you will tell yourself, it is safe for me to focus. It is safe for me to focus. As you do this work for the next 5 minutes, I want you to notice how your body feels as you do the task, and is your breath steady or not? These are the 2 questions that you will keep in mind as you do your task for the next 5 minutes. First, am I in the body? Am I in the body when I'm doing the work? And second, is my breath steady? Is my breath steady or not? And am I in the body or not when I'm doing the work? When I'm trying to focus? Everybody okay with the instructions? Everybody okay with the instructions? Then we can start. And for the next 5 minutes, I want you to pick up one task. If not 5, at least 3 minutes. And Give your undivided focus to it. And as the focus tries to go here and there, remind yourself it is safe for me to focus. And during those next 3 minutes, ask yourself, am I there in the body? And is my breath steady? That's it. And let's come back after 3 minutes. It's 12. At 12:03, we'll come. And for the next 2 minutes, we'll just have a quick discussion on your experience. And then we'll end the session. Keep asking yourself this question as you do your work, as you try to focus. Am I in the body? Am I fully present in the body? And is my breath steady? It is safe for me to focus. It is safe. Okay, so we can be back now. And after the session, maybe you could try doing the fourth step again, which is focus, where you remind yourself that it is safe for me to focus. If you're doing one task at hand and 2, 3 different more tasks are calling for your attention, allow yourself, give yourself the permission, give your body the permission and the space to reiterate that it is safe for me to focus. Okay, you will feel that you are in danger because there are 2 more other tasks to complete. ये भी करना है, वो भी करना है. Remind yourself, it is safe for me to focus here. Okay, so experience sharing, anybody? After the flow activity and after the focus activity, please let me know. Were you there in the body? Did you ask yourself this question? And am I present in the body? And is my breath steady? Okay. Could I please hear from someone? Anyone? Any doubt? There's a 4-step formula. You can always practice very quickly. 30 seconds for each formula before you want to do any task, you want to focus on it, and you want that your time should be managed efficiently and to your expectations. Yes,
Well,
just wanted to.
it
Yeah.
was a wonderful experience, especially the last, no, even all the steps, all of
Mhm.
them were relaxing, giving
Mhm.
more connection to the body.
Mm-hmm.
So connection, as you were trying to emphasize on, physically trying to trust, be there inside.
Mm.
I think for me, it basically brought that essence
Okay.
and a realization how important it is to be connected to the physical body.
Mm.
Uh, for me, I think being there in the head is something which I could more relate over to because yes,
Mm.
I in my day to day, and you know why it could be basically it's this is I have these 4 days of relaxation before going back to what my next academic session will be demanding, and I have a very demanding work. I know that.
Mm.
I'm not very sure that I'll be able to follow all these practices, but I
Mm.
know in deep down it will remain in my essence.
Mm.
And maybe if not in all of these in a 4 step, but
Some of
will
it.
some of it will sure will help me out, especially the
Right.
last one, which and the last
Right.
line, which says
Right.
that trust. I can trust and I can feel safe. Focus
It is
on the
safe for
task.
me to
Focus
trust
on
the flow, to
yeah, trust the
focus.
flow and focus on the current task in hand. Yeah, I think it was a very good head start for me to start my next academic session. So I'm really very thankful. Thank you from the
Mm.
bottom of my heart.
Mm.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jasmeet. When you say that, there's a very common concern that comes that when we are in the practical life, would I be able to follow all the 4 steps? If that's the concern, tell your mind that it is safe for me to follow the 4 steps.
Okay, great.
Okay? What happens is it's a conditioning. Ki whatever we learn in the form of these activities, we feel that we believe that it is time consuming. And when we are out in the real world, when we have to perform, then it can take a lot of our time, and it's not feasible for us to take that time, do this, and then be back to our focus. But if you start reiterating that it is safe for me to follow the 4 steps, I think 30 seconds for each step, feel, bring the joy, um, flow, and then focus. And yes, bring these affirmations of the word safety. It is safe for me to focus. It is safe for my body to trust the flow of life. And as you then indulge in any task that you do, keep asking yourself, am I present inside the body? Am I present inside the body? That's it. And you can choose one incident from the past, like in the second activity, when we connected with the inner child and brought the joy, you can keep it handy with you and use it as many times as you want. Okay, I was 6 years old, and this is the happy memory I can remember. I can clearly see that happy child. And even if you are at work and you cannot use a soft toy or a cushion cover or a pillow, that's okay. You can just visualize that you're holding on to something, and you can feel that touch, and then allow that joy to travel from that inner child into your heart, and then from the heart create imaginary branches and let the joy travel through these branches to the work that you want to do. So if you have pre-decided that this is my joyful inner child, then you're going to utilize it again and again and again and again in any situation.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Hima is right now in a session. Santosh, he sent me a message. He has left right now. Okay. And Raghu Gayatri SSG, would you want to ask something? If not, then I'll end the session here.
No, Tanya, everything, I think I've got all the answers along the way while you were addressing like those questions. But
Okay.
super happy to be part of the session today. And thank you for this brilliant session. Absolutely very helpful.
Okay. Thank you. And Raghu has sent a message. Thank you. Thank you so much for attending. And I end the session here. If you would like to connect with me, so Hima has already sent. Okay. Okay. SSG is saying didn't expect this session to be so intimate. Okay. Right. So that's the point. We always look at time management from a very superficial and different concept that time management means just managing the time, but it's actually about managing your emotions, managing your energy, and managing yourself. The day you learn to manage yourself, feel, flow, focus, time will automatically be managed, and you might not even need those time blocking techniques and all of that, or maybe they can be used as a secondary way. So Hima has sent that infographic right in the group, and there my WhatsApp number is mentioned. If you would like to connect and discuss anything more, or you would like to avail any consultation or just want to speak, you're most welcome to do that. And I'm thankful to Hima for this opportunity. So thank you so much, everyone. It's because of you I'm able to conduct this session. Even whatever knowledge I have, I would we need people who are receptive to receiving it. So you also have a big role to play in in my growth. So thank you so much. Okay, I end the session here. Wish you a great day, everyone.